Hi folks, this is Tiz's Killer, and I'm here to show you what I bought from Habitat for Humanity, which is just about 15-20 minutes away from me. So I'm just going to show you one part of the package that I got, and here we go. For $8 I got a GameCube with no cables at all, didn't test it yet, 2 GameCube games, a backpack full of NES games, probably about 40 of them, and this N64. Now, of course, I already have 2 N64s, one with the expansion pack, but I thought, well, for $8, it was going to be pretty good. It came with the cables, and it also came with this game. It came with Clay Fighter 63 and a third. I could show you on this little 9-inch Panasonic television that it does indeed work. But before we do that, I'm going to show you the controller it came with, because it wasn't an average controller. It was the Superpad 64. Now, as you can see here, it's a little bit different design. It's one of those aftermarket ones, of course, probably one of the last ones made. It has a slow, auto, all the C buttons, A, B. The control stick is on the left. The D-pad is on the left as well. Start button's right there. But the interesting thing is that on the back, the Z button is actually on your left hand. Now, that might help for ergonomics, but this is an official Interact pad, and the R and the L buttons right there. Very hard to hold with one hand. But that's... Now, I do not like this as much as the original N64 controller, but it's okay for ergonomics. It handles well, and I'm going to show you how it works. Now, I'm going to turn on the television here. When does that sound? There we go. And nothing. Before I turn this on, there's one thing I have to show you also. This did not come with an original AV cable, AV adapter. It actually came with one of these. This is actually an RF adapter, RF modulator for the N64. So you plug in your RF modulator, but I want to show you an interesting thing. So I'm going to plug that into the system, but I want to show you on the back here that the RF modulator is an original NES modulator. So, yes, you can reuse your NES modulator with this. Anyway, enough chit chat. You want to see some games being played. So let's do this. Second attempt. There we go.
Interplay presents Clay Fighter 63 and a third.
I just wanted to show you that this works, because there's another game I want to try out. I did try it yesterday and worked, and I wanted to prove to you that. And besides, it's very hard to play with one hand anyway. As you can see, Clay Fighter works. So does the snow. But this is the next thing I want to show you. Turn off the TV so it doesn't have snow in your mind. It is this. Ta-da! Cruisin' World. Yes, I bought this from Blockbuster back in 1999. So, and this is at least a 12-year-old game cartridge. And I haven't played this at length for at least 7 years. even though I turned it on yesterday, but I just want to show you that I haven't really played this in like 7 years. So, here we go. I know blowing on your cartridges is bad, but for me, it doesn't really matter. The N64's contacts are pretty clean. Okay. Oh, I have a little fault there. There we go. Little RF interference there. Try again. Oh yeah. There we go. There it goes. Now, I want you to pay attention. These are my original saves from 10 years ago, and they still work. So the memory is pretty good. Now if the darn D-pad would work. See, now the funny thing is the D-pad doesn't work. And now it does. This is the only one I can access. And there goes the strobe effect. You have to get in display practice.
Choose your car.
And of course, I have power level 6 on these because I used to play this all the time back in the day. And I'm going to try to half play it.
Ready, set, go.
Actually, I didn't mean to do that. But as you can see, I had the 200-mile-an-hour upgrade. Like I said, I'm trying to drive this with one hand, and I'm utterly failing. Yes, remember this music? I remember I used to play this in Toys R Us all the time. And also in the arcades, obviously. And they actually did a very accurate representation. This is actually how the Cross-Brockton Expressway would look like, including the old Redbirds, which is why it still is one of my favorite levels in any cruising game, because it's very accurate. I'm not going here for time, I'm just going to try and do control this. The only complaint I have is that some of the buttons here are very they're hit and miss most of the time, as opposed to the regular NES controller. But hey, in a package for $8, it's not bad at all. So this is Tizzy Skiller reminding you to keep going to those thrift stores and try to find the games. Now I'm going to try to see if I can get one of my five NESs out of the closet to try to see if I can get this working. All the 40 games, including Hogan's Alley and a couple of the WrestleMania games that I've never played and my brother has never played as a child. Anyway, take care, folks.